Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another sit down video on my couch. I thought I would give you guys a little update on Trulicity and how it's going for me. So a couple of weeks ago, I made a video saying that I was trying a new medicine. I will put the link to that here. I tried a new medicine called Trulicity, which is a type 2 medication that can be used in type 1 patients. I have type 1 diabetes, if you didn't know. No, I don't have type 2, I have type 1. I was getting that question a lot on my Instagram. So it can be used in type 1 patients to help increase your sensitivity. Before I was really insulin resistant and I just was taking like 90 units of insulin a day, and I, was having trouble losing weight, and it just was a whole thing. So I had said those things to my endo, and he was like, oh, you should try Trulicity, which I was like, great. I heard reviews of it from some people that were on it before. It sounded like it worked for them, so I was like, I'm gonna give this a try for myself. Anyway, all of that information is in my last video talking about Trulicity, which again, I will link here. So there are 2 doses of Trulicity. There are 0.75 and 1.5 milligrams, I think, not positive. I started with the lower dose to see how that would react with my blood sugars and how they would kind of respond to it, and see if I could handle being nauseous, which that's a whole other thing. So that's what I'm going to explain in this video. And I have my notes here, so if I'm looking down, just ignore me. I'm trying to follow along because otherwise this would be all over the place. So I started with the lower dose, the 0.75, which it's an injectable. I'll put a picture of it here. Looks like a missile launcher. I didn't really see a big difference initially. I had adjusted my settings a little bit. I was taking 34 units of Trulicity before, and then I started taking 29, so I really only knocked it off by like 5 units, which isn't like a big difference. Even though I had, bumped it down to 29 units and I was taking this new medicine to make me more insulin sensitive, I was still waking up high. I wasn't feeling like, I was just really frustrated. I was having to take a bunch of corrections in the middle of the day to get my blood sugar down. It was almost like I didn't have enough long-acting insulin. So after, being on it for like 3 weeks, I was just like, I'm gonna start bumping my insulin back up because I don't wanna be high all the time. Like, I'm so frustrated. This isn't doing what I wanted it to do. Like, I was kind of getting really upset, but that's what happens when life is out of your control, which it typically is. I didn't really see as big of a difference as I was expecting. I started feeling really defeated, taking corrections during the day, waking up high. I was waking up at like 200. I think I woke up at like 309 a couple of the days. Weirdly, that same number. I was not having it. And if you follow along on my Instagram, you probably have seen me post about this. I was posting how I was waking up high, wasn't feeling the best, it was just so annoying. The other thing that I didn't notice that they said would happen, or that I heard would happen, is that I would feel really nauseous. I did not feel nauseous at all, which was kind of another tip that like maybe this wasn't the right dose for me. I did feel a decrease in my appetite, so I wasn't as hungry. I wasn't really eating as much. I ate my meals and I still had like a couple snacks, but I wasn't like starving like I typically am. So I knew the Trulicity was kind of working, but it wasn't working in the way that I thought it would. It was working in decreasing my appetite, but not in decreasing how much insulin I took during the day. So again, I was just getting so frustrated with waking up high, and I didn't want to increase my insulin because I was like, the whole point of this is to decrease it, so I feel like this isn't working if I'm having to increase it. I was getting so inside my own head, which was kind of bothering me as well. I think it's kind of funny when you have diabetes. This is definitely true for me. I don't know if it's true for other people, but you can just like control it so much that you like to control everything in your life. Hello, I'm coming out as a control freak essentially right now, and I just felt so not in control of my blood sugars because they were going high, and I was like, this isn't the right dose. But my doctor was like, give it a little bit of time, let's keep giving it time to kind of like let your body get used to it. And I was like, I mean, okay, but in my gut I was like, this is not enough. Like, I need the higher dose of Trulicity. So I gave the lower dose like 3 weeks. In the middle of the 3rd week, I messaged my endo and I was like, hey, I really want to try the higher dose, like this isn't working. And he was like, I can see it in your clarity reports that this isn't, you're still waking up high. And I was like, thank you, Dexcom Clarity. But he was like, let's try the higher dose and see if that works. So, higher dose of Trulicity, which I'm taking now, but that is what part 2 of this like little teeny tiny video series is gonna be. Part 2 is gonna be what is happening to me on the higher dose. But yeah, I just wanted to update you guys and say on the lower dose, things were not going as well as I thought they were. I had imagined it to be way easier in my brain that like, oh, I would take this and everything would be fixed. But no, that was not the case. Everything kind of went a little haywire. Before I end the video, I did want to answer some of the questions that I kept getting on my Instagram. If you don't follow me, I'll put a link to my page here, or like my handle, I don't really know. But I was getting a couple questions. One of the questions I was getting, are you still a type 1 diabetic, or do you have type 2 diabetes? Now I'm confused. Still have type 1 diabetes, still will have it for the rest of my life. This is just to help my insulin sensitivity. I made a video before kind of explaining more what Trulicity is, what it does. I will again link it up here. Oh, just another thing, just to clear the air a little bit. I think people are confusing Trulicity with Tresiba. People are saying, why did I switch to Trulicity? This isn't a switch. I'm not stopping taking any of my other medication. This is more of a addition to my meds. So I'm still taking Tresiba, I'm still taking Fiasp. Tresiba, if you don't know, is my long-acting insulin. Fiasp, there's too many names. Fiasp is my short-acting insulin, and Trulicity is a whole other medication, not insulin. So yeah, still taking Tresiba. I'm not gonna stop taking it because that would be really bad. Oh, also, people are asking, am I taking Trulicity in place of my fast-acting insulin? No, still taking Fiasp. I'm still taking insulin, as I feel like the bottom line is I'm still taking insulin. That I, again, still have type 1 diabetes, so I still need insulin, but this is to help me get more insulin sensitive because I was really super duper insulin resistant before. That's pretty much it for this video. I thought I would just make a quick update on how things are going. To end this on a cliffhanger, I did get the higher dose of Trulicity, and I'm gonna make a video, I think, next week on how that's going. I just started it this week. I've only been on it for like 3 days, so I feel like I can't really give you like a great opinion on it yet. So I will be making a video very, very soon about that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!